Apple, India, and Donald Trump. A new tech political triangle is making waves. As Apple expands its iPhone production in India, former U.S. President Donald Trump has one thing to say: don't do it. That's right. He's calling on Apple CEO Tim Cook to keep iPhone manufacturing out of India and bring those jobs back to American soil. But should Apple really stop making iPhones in India? Let's break it down. For years, Apple has relied heavily on China to manufacture its flagship product, the iPhone. But with growing geopolitical tensions, supply chain disruptions, and rising labor costs, Apple's been shifting gears. India, with its massive labor force, growing tech infrastructure, and government incentives, has become Apple's next big bet. In fact, Apple is already assembling iPhones in India through partners like Foxconn and Pegatron, with reports suggesting that 25% of all iPhones could be made in India by 2025. Enter Donald Trump. In a recent comment, Trump told Tim Cook directly, "Don't build iPhones in India." He's pushing for a different vision. Apple should manufacture iPhones in the United States, creating jobs and boosting the domestic economy. Trump has long been critical of American companies outsourcing jobs overseas. During his presidency, he pushed for U.S. manufacturing revival, and now, even out of office, he's still vocal about it. Trump's position taps into a larger debate: globalization versus national interest. On one hand, bringing iPhone production to the U.S. could create jobs and stimulate local economies. But at what cost? Manufacturing iPhones in the U.S. would significantly increase labor and operational costs. That means higher prices for consumers and thinner margins for Apple. On the other hand, India offers a low-cost, skilled workforce and is becoming an attractive destination for tech manufacturing. For Apple, it's a strategic move to diversify supply chains and reduce dependency on China. Plus, India is a growing market for Apple products. Manufacturing locally helps avoid import duties and boosts brand appeal. Apple is walking a tightrope. On one side, it faces political pressure to invest in American jobs. On the other, it has to maintain global competitiveness, efficiency, and growth. Stopping production in India could set back Apple's supply chain strategy and hurt its global ambition. But ignoring Trump's warning could also spark political backlash, especially with U.S. elections coming up and trade nationalism on the rise. So, should Apple stop making iPhones in India? It's not that simple. Apple needs India to grow, scale, and stay competitive. But the political noise from the U.S. can't be ignored either. In the end, Apple may continue to expand in India while finding ways to appease domestic political pressure, maybe with limited U.S. production or new job investment. What do you think? Should Apple stop building iPhones in India and bring everything back home? Or is this just smart global business? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into tech, politics, and business.